everybody. Just gonna go over a quick subject right now. YouTube and why I use it. Anyways, I made this channel just so I can argue with people. Conflict is always fun. Whether or not it's healthy or unhealthy conflict, that's really what determines it. Now, I know what some people would say, how can there be healthy conflict? Well, conflict doesn't necessarily have to be a fist fight or an argument. It can merely be a debate, an exchange of words in an intellectual format, not attached to any kind of fealties or attachments, but really just trying to get the issue and the point across. And that's really what I do try to do when I interact with someone. I do try to get my point across, and that is my ultimate goal, to get my point across. I'm not trying to force my ideals on anyone. That's definitely not the point. I'm trying to get other people to see the value in what I'm trying to say, trying to, how do I put this? Try to make myself heard in a way to where it's not forgotten and dismissed as, oh, this is just the ramblings of some headbanger who doesn't know his foot from his ass. I do research what I speak about. I do, give heavy thought into what I think, into what I say. I do, believe it or not, I do try to present myself as an intellectual and try to come across as intellectual, because I am an intellectual. But sometimes I really, really just don't like to deal with certain people. And by certain people, I mean normal people. I may or may not have talked to you about that before. So, I'm going to drop that subject before I go off on a tangent, which I do tend to do, so I apologize if I do that once or twice during this. I really don't enjoy being hassled by people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Someone will go up to me and talk to me about religion. I'm a practicing Christian, People walk up to me thinking I'm an atheist or a Satanist or whatever, and the worst thing anyone can call me is a Satanist. It's happened before, and it's not fun. Believe me, it isn't fun. It's actually a very depressing moment for me, but that's my own personal shit, and you don't want to hear about that. Where was I? Oh yeah. I know I do have that appearance. I know you can't see me right now, but I do have that, it's heavy thrash metal kind of look to me. Yeah. But the thing with that is, just perception, people's perceptions of things. They'll judge things at a glance and half a sentence, And if you don't believe me, there's a true story. This one person I know, I'm not gonna give a name or a title. It's just the person who's ignorant to this kind of shit. I got a Christian metal album. It was As I Lay Dying, I believe, The Powerless Rise. I actually enjoyed it to an extent, and I showed it to this person thinking, hey, it's Christian, they'll like it. And, they looked at the cover, they just saw a big red skull on it, and listened to half of a sentence, half a line, and just went, oh, that's of the devil. And I'm like, here's the lyric sheet. There's nothing really satanic about it. There's nothing really wrong about it. Yeah, they just remained adamant. And that's another thing I can't stand is just adamancy, just hard adamancy with just the stupidest, most worthless shit. You don't listen. Someone who won't listen to reason, someone who won't accept that they're wrong, someone who has too much pride to actually lower themselves to the level of another person and actually hear what they say. That's another thing that I really just can't stand. I'm a standoffish person, but I do speak with logic and I do take logic. I can interact with other people without thinking that I'm above them or that I have something over them. We are all equal and we should all treat each other as equals. And let's stop with this whole shit of all men and women are different. No, all men and women are raised different. We are no different than any other person walking down the street. We are no different than any other person in our home. We are equals. We are equals, and we should treat each other as equals. None of this hierarchist quality in certain groups and non-quality in other groups. Bullshit. Just I'm getting tired of hearing myself say that. And just this, like, the stereotypical, women should be meek and, not, should be meek, but have more power in the relationship because they hold the emotional aspect of it, and the man should just do the work and shut up and do whatever the hell she should fucking say. Or the man should have power over the woman and she should just serve him and do all the housework while he, sits around and gets drunk all day. Both of these things are just absolute bullshit, and anyone who believes that this is, like, the proper format to a healthy household is fucking retarded and should be shot in the balls. We don't need you reproducing. I honestly will not stand for that kind of thinking or that kind of behavior or that kind of sexist bullshit. But I'm in no means a feminist, because feminism is kind of lopsided if you think about it. Women do get beat in relationships, and this does happen very often. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I never did say that it doesn't. What I am saying is that men also get beat in relationships. But I know certain men that have been beaten, called the cops, and then were arrested. Why? No reason. They just want to lock them up for 2 days for calling them in on something they'll never prove. That's just the whole bullshit of it. The lopsided society, the lopsided view. This political bullshit. It's not politically correct because it's racist, it's sexist, and it's bullshit. It's a complete load, and anyone that buys into it is a fucking moron. Thank you for listening. I'm Mutt Macabre. I'll see you next time.